Joe, what up? What up, Elsa and Grum? I don't even know why I booted up the game. I don't even know if I need to do anything. Yeah, I got you. Blueprints. I'm gonna try this first. I don't even need to be in game to do this. Because I got screenshots. I have like 2 videos pulled up and the wiki for when I want to look up shit. This is like the one thing I care to do, I think. Where's that? I don't know this one. Book and tree. I don't know what the name of this object is called, but I know it's like a fucking archway or some shit. It's like arch and march. That would be sick. Rook. Piece, rook. If I had like new context of like what this word would be, I can't think of any letter that goes here that makes sense is like a big part of it. Mage Chamber's the gear one. Shoe and something. Cog? Maybe it's cog somehow. Crocs. Dude, this one? Is this a food or a shell? I literally can't tell. Corridor? Yeah. Sign. Ones I got left are hard. I don't even know what this would give me, if anything like substantial. What up, Copper? now you're salivating. It do be. Not making that mistake twice. Creek. Is it supposed to be tome? That would be insane. Where's the other book at? Yeah, we're moving to the Nether. I thought tome was a good poll. I don't know how you do this. Pokemon. Ooh, Baron could fit here. Is Sill something that I'd fucking... Am I dumb? Is Sill... Nope. I think it's Sail. No, one L. Because I thought this would be Sail, and then... Because if it would be Baron, this would be A. Yo, good luck, Damf. Rook or Peace? I don't know what you do for this, if not those. Castle. Kane. I think I booted up the game for literally no reason. I'm trying to think about what I would even want to do, like, in-game. I really don't get down here. EWAM. Let me double check all that. E, pi, obviously. Weight, 8. W, beads, bed. What was this one? M, Omen Cobb, right. I think I'm just dumb and I don't know what this is called at the end of the day. I don't know what this is. Holy shit, you have 7 watch streak? That's crazy. I really don't know what to do for this one. Or this one. I wonder what you could even get from this. Because apparently there's nothing left. Like, I feel like Smells Bad would have definitely known if this led to something. Rot Trot, Tree 3, Wind Wine, Pear Spear, Lash Leash. This is like thorns. I don't know what you do other than thorns for this. Give me 1 second. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. Grab this one. Lace Place. Plier Pier. Music note ones fuck me up too. Tome. Tome goes hard here. Hold up. Wait a minute. Measure. Measure. Me sure. Gear. Tempted to not even do this. But I feel like I would regret it. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Is this a shell? Is this a food? Literally, what is this? Gear and shoe. Open and pen, for sure. Forest. Wild. I don't know. Rat and stat. Pig and pie. I'm like confident of everything else here. Wait, rat and stat doesn't work. What the hell? Rat and stat isn't real. Those are just words that sound alike. I have no idea. I feel like this interests me less by default, just because I like know it doesn't go anywhere potentially. Flag. Do I have this one? Three up. I do. Lance, right. Lance is fucked up for that. Isn't there another one? I don't know. Dude, tome and toe would have been sick. Thoughts? I want tome to be the word so bad, but I can't figure out how it would go to any other. I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is a pot with steam coming off of it. I thought it was like a basket with like bread at first. Some of these are really hard to tell what they are. And thorn. Tome. Book. What up, zombie? Tin? Bruh. I don't know. Cook. Pot. Steam. Heat. So I don't have the middle three. do not know. Might be stuck on tome. That's not it at all. Book. Dictionary. The Bible. Dress shoe. Shoe. I do not know. I don't know what this could say. You put any letter here, it doesn't make sense. Are you Googling something to see if it's a word? It's not. Yeah, I don't know. These 15 may have bested me. I was able to do 30 of them. 2/3. It's definitely EWAM. Bless. Breast. Uh... Bees, and then exclamation mark. That could be it. It's probably bless. These dying... How'd you get D? Oh, lying maybe? I feel like it's L. Maybe plans? These lying plans. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. I really thought it was stat and rat, dude. Do not know. How much? I guess it didn't even come through. This part being fucked up makes me just want to like call it, you know? I have no idea what this could mean. Put any letter there. Forge. How do you get R from dark room? Is it rat and rate? Is that it? How do you get R? Foist. Not a word, right? Rive and Ivor are not real. Just making sure. About Keek. Nope. From Creek. Uh, Boist. Nope. Could I add R to tome? Trome. Rome. Oh, Brook. Book. I see. That makes sense. Brook did not come to mind for that. Brook. So it's definitely Forge. At least a little bit more. Fucked up for the one that is right here, or down here. I just don't know what that could be. These line plans, Forge, Baron. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. I'm kind of happy that I got those two at least. Just from context. So nothing else could even fit there. Trust. You get T from Rook. No, Rook is here. Rook and Kane. Could put a vowel in front. It's actually a lot that works. rook. Be great. Cursed 13. I'm gonna take a small break and then watch the couple of videos I've lined up. And I think the answer to this is in one of them. It'd be interesting to see what the answer is and then, like, try to work back. I think that's what I'm gonna do for the last 13. I will be right back. Is all right. Okay. I think this one is like the first one I have. I don't know if it's gonna tell me too much that I don't know, but I do wanna watch it. Oh yeah, different scene. Why does it show up twice? Oh, okay. Hold up. Wait a minute. Alright. Time to learn shit. I'm also gonna Google shit. If they don't bring up certain stuff like Spiral of Stars and shit.
Blueprints is undoubtedly an impressively complex game with a multitude of gameplay mechanics, but because of how guarded the game can be, some of these mechanics are almost as well hidden as its secrets.
True.
That's where I come in. I think for at least one of them, knowing about it as early as possible should really help you in your playthrough. So,
well, that's
there will be spoilers
not gonna help
in
me.
this video. Anyway, let's begin. Up first, we have a big one that I only found out about after playing
Dude,
for
if the
over
planets
100
aren't something...
hours. Did you know that it's possible to actually upgrade the planetarium so that it provides you with permanent buffs? Yeah. Some of you may have just stumbled into this,
buddy.
depending on if you happened to have a certain rare item with you when you came in here. But if you didn't know, if you bring the telescope tool into the planetarium during a run, you can unlock the first of 5 permanent upgrades.
That hidden?
You're gonna have to do that for the rest of your playthrough. The telescope
I guess I didn't do this till really late, so
the ladyship's bedchamber, as well as a few
it is
other
pretty
places,
hidden,
such as the walk-in closet and Lost and Found. As for the upgrades themselves, first you look through the telescope and see Fenmora, the red stone.
Oh, it's the same order.
You'll have an apple in your planetary. Place on Mora, which causes a prism key, coins or keys or such around the seats in this room. I'm not sure if you can find tools though. Let me know down below. Please correct me if I'm wrong. It's like a mini attic. And of course, in order to find the planetarium in the first place, you need to look inside the telescope in the observatory. And to find Lost and Found, you dig it up in the basement. I will be making a video
this
on
one's
all
bullshit
of the found
to
floor
find
plans very soon, probably as my next video. That'll go into much more detail about these. For now, the electromagnet contraption that you can craft by combining a compass with a battery pack has a funny hidden interaction. As with most other items in the game, if you have the trading post outside and you're looking for a specific one, you might be able to trade your other items in order to find the one that you're looking for. Anyway, once you have the electromagnet, if you're on a run and you really need keys, just draft a locksmith and walk inside and watch as
I never did that.
Key displayed behind the counter gets hoovered up into you.
I never did this.
The electromagnet will just
That's really cool.
automatically steal every key in here, except of course for the lockpick kit.
So you just get a fucking million keys. That's fun.
Similarly, the radiation monitor.
I wish I used that item more. I tried creating it a lot towards the end.
To completely eliminate the need for keys and a key card for the day.
I also never did this.
Draft the shelter outside as your
but I knew about it.
Or if you have Blackbridge Grotto unlocked, you can just log into it remotely and then draft whatever room you want outside. If you have an experiment that you can trigger repeatedly, about 5 or 6 times should work, then you can raise the radiation level high enough in order to activate the emergency protocol.
Locks every door.
Every single door in the estate.
I never did it.
Oh yeah. So keep this in mind if you're ever on a run where you're just
you should try that one to like open the blue door, and I would have shit myself if it worked.
Those doors for you. This next one is the only one of the bunch that I actually don't recommend, but it does completely fit in with the theme of this video because it is a hidden mechanic.
I'm curious if this can come back.
Jackhammer in the workshop by combining the shovel with the battery pack and the broken lever. Other than dig spots giving you much better items on average, including sometimes very interesting things, you can even take a casual stroll into the permanently unlockable gemstone cavern outside on the grounds and do a little bit of gem mining in here. Yeah. However, the game does give you a very stern warning. Each time you are successful, the chance of a mine cave-in will increase. A collapse of any scale will permanently close this site, and with it, the daily gems it provides. Permanently does, in fact, mean permanently.
Bro.
So that's why I don't recommend this. Because yeah, I mean, if you happen to have the jackhammer and you need one more gem in order to do something really cool in the game, maybe give it a try. But do keep in mind, please, that the cavern stability
What
is a
happens if you destroy the
percentage.
cavern
I did
before you
make
turn the
myself into
lever?
sacrificial lamb and spend a few hours testing this. And
Because
in my
there's a
testing,
lever for
this
the elevator in here.
permanent
It was like right
sacrificial
here.
lamb, that the cavern stability,
Bro, it
give
was
it
like
a
right
try.
there. Right here. You need to turn this.
But do keep in mind, please, that the cavern stability is a percentage. I did make myself into
You
the
just fuck
sacrificial
yourself out of
lamb
the
and
elevator?
spend a few hours testing this. And in my testing, this permanent cave collapse happened at a fairly high cavern stability percentage. Every time. Between the low 60% to as high as 77%. Unless it's balanced a little bit to give you
I mean, I
more
think
than one
that
gem
makes sense,
per
right?
attempt, I would say that this is not worth it at all. But it is a hidden mechanic, and it is interesting. Maybe it will lead to some kind of secret.
I want to see what
Who
happens
knows?
if you destroy your cavern
The
before
Secret
you
Garden
turn
is
it.
one of my favorite rooms in the entire game. Between its vibes, its ability to spread fruit through the entire house, the digging spots, tool spawn locations, a late game puzzle hint, as well as the ability, of course, to open the antechamber. Other than using the power hammer, did you know that you can actually access the other lever for opening the other antechamber door if you draft the garage north of the Secret Garden? Obviously, you have to power the garage in order to open the garage door, but then you can just walk outside around the outside wall of the Secret Garden. I've experimented with this a bunch, and I'm not sure if it's going to lead to the discovery of another puzzle or a hint for anything else, perhaps the fabled eclipse secret. Nevertheless, you can rotate the weather vane in order to show other sides out here to the west. Food for thought. In a game loaded with secrets, perhaps this will lead us down a rabbit hole to another one.
I don't know.
Here's another small one before we get to the final two larger mechanics. You ever wonder where all your money goes when you walk into the chapel? Well,
Nope.
if you have a burning, obviously smash if you would like. And the power of money laundering. Finally time to climb that mountain. How many of you have attempted to power the laundry? Particularly a hidden mechanic, though it is one that I feel goes underused. It's also why the particularly a hidden mechanic,
Talking about the star?
then you're really missing out. This isn't.
Yeah, this is that hidden.
Entertain me,
This is like
if
a
you will.
default
I'm gonna
mechanic.
go on a little journey here, making the most amount of money I can possibly make in a day or two. I started, of course, by picking up a sizable daily allowance from the table in the entry hall, before then raiding the treasure trove, picking up every coin in there and the royal scepter, and setting the royal scepter to gold to make shop rooms more common.
Gold
Then
was
I
my
went to the
favorite to go
office,
with
and I
on the
spread
scepter.
coins all over the estate, making sure to find them all. And then I drafted the vault and picked up every coin on the counter here, before finding a treasure map and digging up that buried treasure in the courtyard, which was one of the lost coffers of Mount Holly, filled with 40 more coins. And then I decided to test my luck with a little bit of roulette in the casino. Then was I went to the freezer and froze all my assets using a
Right.
anything
get
you
it.
eat, as well as the newest trendy
Chamber.
of how good the Chamber of Mirrors can be. In order to properly solve it, you want to make sure that you can hit every button inside of it. So you want to surround it on all four sides by doorways leading into it. Once you do press all the buttons and collect all the items around the bottom floor here, you can head into the middle and then press this button, and it's actually an elevator that takes you up to a second floor. You actually don't need to hit every button down below to be able to access this, but it's nice, and you're going to need to do that anyway in order to access everything up here. Yes, there are extra items up here hidden within the cupboards in each corner. In order to roll, and the true power of this room lands to your deck. Obviously,
I never got
if it's
any good
one you
ones,
don't
dude.
want a copy
Pool
of,
hall,
you
though?
don't have to pick it up, and you
Why'd
won't
you
get
get that
the
upgrade?
copy. But if you want to, you can repeatedly solve the Chamber of Mirrors on subsequent days.
Why didn't you
In
get
order-
break room?
You want
This guy's a
multiple
noob.
copies of the observatory. You can do that. Multiple admit right now, I have not tested this very much, so I'm not exactly sure which floor plans can and cannot possibly be copied by this. I don't know if it's every single floor plan in the game, probably not the foundation, maybe not any of the found floor plans, but using this is exactly how I got. Anyway.
Okay, now I'm interested about this, the sleep
Once you're
shit.
able to access a certain book written by a certain lady, you'll read about the effect that sleeping in different bedrooms had on her following day. All of these effects are actually true. It's not just lore, they will affect you the same way. i.e., ending your day in her ladyship's chamber will cause you to have 10 less steps the next day, but 1 extra star. Ending your day in the bunk room has no effect on your steps, but it causes one of those gem flowers to spawn inside the tomb, which is not much, just 1 extra gem, but it is interesting.
I get that text now.
Ending your day inside the servants' quarters causes you to have half the
Yo, what a
steps
bananas.
the following day, but you get to start with a die. Yay. The best one that we and I know about so far is ending your day in the master bedroom causes you to have 20 extra steps the next day. And then even in the book, I'm trying not to spoil exactly what it is, but you probably already know. This NPC does say that ending her day inside the guest bedroom has no discernible effect the next day, and it doesn't. But there are a lot of different variables that this could actually affect in the game. And I haven't even mentioned the fact that in this book that we got this information from, there is no mention at all of the regular bedroom, the boudoir, or the nursery. So we as a community have no idea at all if ending our days in these rooms has any kind of an effect. I spent a good amount of time testing these, but I wasn't able to.
I'm like spoiling myself on blueprints right now.
Let us all know, please, down below in the comments if you discover anything with this. Anyway, finally,
happy holiday.
If you enter the boudoir on Christmas Day in game, you're presented with a pile of presents, including
that's
2
so
keys,
cool.
6 gems, 4 dice, and a partridge
what the hell?
in a pear tree.
I did not see this.
Game does not take place on Earth. It takes place on the planet of Mora, but there's still Christmas.
Well, yeah, there's also Roman numerals
that I've been able to find, but there is kind of like a little bit of a whisper in the community that there are staff memos talking about Y2K. So who's up for the 2,556 day playthrough? Let's go. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching.
No! All right, now this is the big one. Bro, is that like 30 seconds of cinematic? All right.
Is the bluest part of all, since this is the of the game. So if you haven't already before I then uncover and solve where we'll begin. Sitting off to the side on top of. So where would the foreman keep their documents? Field.
This is some old shit.
This is part of the floor of the 3rd.
I think I'm mainly interested in like the end of
this cage features inside the 4th. Inside here, while facing the throne, turn to the left and you'll find the blue memo tucked behind this pillar. Gives you for coat of arms, the first ciphers, Korean ways, Tanda's audio.
What?
In my previous video.
Huh?
Out imagination. So I will lay down this burden and leave this stone and the winding path of intrigue it proceeds for future generations to explore. Herbert. Herbert's philosophy here about leaving some mystery to life and not turning over that last stone echoes the developer, Tanda Ross's, actually, as I showed a snippet of this interview in my previous video.
I think in anything in life, you never want to turn over every stone. Because when you turn over the last stone, there is no mystery.
You should check out the rest of that podcast. It's actually very, very eye-opening.
That's
in a lot of ways.
There's just gonna
Tanda's audio throughout it.
I'm like convinced that there's like half the cryptic shit in this game is nothing than, or like the half the shit that I have.
Very good listen. However, let's just get down to business right now and take a look at this last note. Pig, sand, male, date, head, clam, peak, heat, Joya, well, toad card.
Oh, really? There was a patch that changed heat to a second sand. Oh, that's why there's 2 sands? This used to be heat?
Will tape legs, tree,
that's a
road, maze,
crazy
slam,
error
rock,
to
and
have.
vase, safe, clay,
What an
turrets.
insane
All
oversight.
4-letter words. Welp. Nice. Okay. So
Okay.
it seems that Lady Orave, Herbert and Simon's mother, your great-grandmother, was the one who put Hannah Patterson on the hunt for information about numeric coring. Again, requesting additional material for use in the creation of a cryptograph. So, that's all the information you get. But if you have no idea at all about how to make any progress on this, there's one other hint that the game gives you inside the Lost and Found. This small shred of paper will spawn every now and then on the bottom shelf beneath the Mila statue. Clue equals 3. And that's all the information you should need to solve this. Anyway, that should have been plenty of time for you to pause the video and solve this for yourselves. Each of these words needs to know which, because P gives us the phrase still water.
Fuck
This
this
game
puzzle.
that we have access to. And we're gonna have to go ahead and empty it of the water that it comes with. Light the fuse. Hillary, if you will. Inside here we can
That
find
was crazy.
40 gold, an upgrade disc, a note from Denny Ravine to Kristoff, revealing a little bit some still water that you can fill your watering can with. Now that we have some still water in our watering can, we need to fill your watering can with.
Which seems to only spawn in here after opening deposit box 53. This is a bad puzzle. This is a bad puzzle, if that's true. I was already on team, this is a bad puzzle. If you can only fill this up after opening the fucking...
puzzle, but I'll still pause here for a few more
the
seconds
8
just to give you
thing
time
in
to
vault.
solve this for yourselves
Horrible.
if you would like to. And of course, keep in mind that you can put this watering can filled with still water.
Oh wow, look at
into
that,
the
like...
code check if you aren't
This angle's interesting. There's like a fucking thing on the floor.
able to solve all this in one day. The coat check will not change it to normal water. It will remain the super special still water for use in
That
this
is
puzzle
crazy
a
about
later
the
date
still water,
if you would
dude.
like.
That should just be available from the start. That'd be so much cooler.
Anyway, as soon as you're ready, head on into the library, where a couple blank books have been on display every day for the entire game. The diagram on the left page should look familiar, but on the other page, a hidden hue. From prism pristine, 3 paths convene.
I still guess
3
I didn't
lines of
apply
light,
this.
3 shades foreseen, 3 colors to count, a sum of 18. But the one left hidden remains to be seen.
Tell me what this is about.
Interesting. Turning around and crossing the library to the blank book in the other corner allows us to use the distilled water vine with a rose vine in the shape of a spiral. Does it never end? But on the other page, a message from Baroness Orave herself, but the intended recipient being her son. This being blueprints, and this message being written by the great-grandmother of all puzzle obsessives. Obviously, both these books contain some hints for further puzzles. Alright, oh dude, ah! But what hints do these books show exactly? Don't worry about the hidden hue one for now, we'll be looking at that a little later. If you look very closely at her final secret passage, see,
It's actually not as bold as I thought it would be with this. I mean, it's like very, like you can just see that the S, but it's like pretty similar to without it.
We'll see. Council, which can much more easily
This
be
S is
seen
so
with the
faint.
magnifying glass. You will see West Spring, secret passage. So the
Super
still water that we
hot.
obtained from the West Spring shrine outside will grant us
Are they a 77er?
the end goal here.
No,
is
wait, do
to
they go 77?
more in order to
Yeah,
solve.
they definitely did.
Will grant us the blessing of the
Or did they
month
go
for
78
3, 4,
like a
5,
noob?
6 or 7 days.
Ah, damn it.
The more days, the better here, because we might need all of them or more in order to solve everything else there is to solve. Outer room. Now go on inside, and you'll notice a curious new uncolored book that allows you to actually use the still water on it, but only gold, red,
Bullshit.
violet, green, blue, and orange. Go ahead and pull the blue book.
It would be
to
so
open
much
up a
cooler if the
brand
water was
new
available
secret
from the start.
passage, ending in a probably familiar blue holly door. Keep in mind that this door will not open unless you previously solved the secret involving the throne room. And if you want to watch a video on that, then
I like how I feel like the way that they spoke there was to avoid saying the word ascension, and then they just showed this.
Here. But if you did solve it, then the door will open. And
why not just say, if you ascended the throne room at that point?
Baroness secret atelier drafting studio. Amidst the floor plans on the drafting desk, you can find a note, again written by Lady Orave herself. When first I embarked upon this project, it was my intent to craft inviting rooms that might appeal to the citizens of the realm. I had even secured an arrangement with a local firm which was to oversee the mass production of the floor plans. Yet now, after walking the halls of my work, I must confess that I have grown altogether too attached to these rooms. They have become a part of me, and knowing how little regard is often shown for that which I hold sacred, I find myself unequal to the selfless task of sharing them with the world. I am content with this resolution, for this house and the 45 rooms therein are more than the best work of my career. They are home. Lady Orave. Project completed. The prism. Green, violet, yellow, red, blue, orange. And don't go where the path leads. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Anyway, gathering courage, we approach the door. Oh. Oh, never mind. It does. Oh,
is he gonna shit himself?
Draft. What? Oh my god. Wow.
Yeah, finding this place for the first time is so cool.
Welcome to the blue back rooms of the Mount Holly blueprints. A staggeringly huge hidden labyrinth.
Oh, that's a cool map.
If you don't use
no, I wanted to see it for a split second.
Hidden labyrinth filled with puzzles.
Dude, there's so many dead ends over here. Yeah, look at this. Dead end, dead end, dead end. Dead ends. Oh wait, no, never mind. Dead ends, dead ends, dead ends.
If you don't use my video to easily solve this, and you plan to stop watching now, prepare to spend probably the next 20 plus hours in here. The game hides that much content in here. Once you finally leave this disorienting...
I don't think it took me 20 hours, but I also didn't do the painting thing.
Blooniverse? Ha ha ha. And poke your head outside again, other colors are seriously gonna look so out of place.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what sunlight looks like. Seriously. It's really, really cool, but you're probably gonna be in here for a while. Anyway, for everyone else who just wants to watch along, this test draft is comprised of 45 individual rooms and the maze of hallways connecting them, lined with different colored lanterns. Red, green, orange, yellow, violet, and one single blue lantern. Each room also holds both a pair of paintings for you to solve.
Is there really only one blue?
But mostly more tricky than the paintings scattered around the normal manner, as well as a Morajai box. Yeah, there are 45 Morajai boxes in here. So, unfortunately,
all those.
I'm not going to be showing all of their solutions in this video. I'm sorry, but that would take far too long, since the way I've made guides for those in the past is by fully... If I did that for all of these, this video would be an extra hour long. So, I'm sorry about that. However, I might eventually release a video maybe longer, but first I have some other videos that I'd like to make.
Bro,
Steps as possible before embarking.
He was talking about it for a minute, how he wasn't going to talk about it.
And in the next chapter, I'm going to be showing all 45 of the painting pairs, starting from the top left and going down to the bottom right.
Yeah. I'm fine. I think I'm fine getting spoiled here for this. I don't know. Shown every room. I did this myself.
I like that this puzzle gets revisited.
It is cool.
Anyway, just like this puzzle in the normal manner, each one of the painting pairs gives us a letter, and those letters together form this phrase. These vying plans...
Vying plans forge Baron. I was right about Baron. Vying, I would have never guessed. What is a... Huwam Blessed? I thought bless not blessed. I did guess barren entirely just from BNN. Vying? What the hell is he wham blessed? V. How do you get V from this? Tree. Oh, what the hell? That was weird. I forgot, you weren't looking at my display also. Why does it do that? I guess I'm moving it to this monitor. I'm looking at my notes right now. Hold up. Let me show my notes. Notes. I don't know what this is. There's a V here. What the hell is he wham bless also? He wham Hugh AM? I don't know. I do not know. He wham bless. What? Oh, wait, the wrong one. True. Oh, that's why it says 2. I literally have 2 open. That's right. Yo, what up, bros?
Forge Baron Crest among Huum blessed. You want to know what's funny? We don't actually know if this leads to any deeper puzzle yet. I mean, Huum translates to large house in Eurasian, the in-game language, and blessed is an archaic way of spelling blessed or blessed. So it could just mean that this entire backrooms area, this rough draft, are the vying plans, and this is just the final challenge for anyone worth ruling over the estate.
I was not worth
to forge the Baron Crest, since this is the Baroness
Why? This leads to
Orbe's
nothing,
most
though?
prized possession.
Oh,
These
I'm not showing
plans
anything. True.
Right. It could just mean that this entire
Apparently this leads to nothing, so I'm glad I didn't do it.
Rough draft are the vying plans, and this is just the final
kind of what I was
challenge
fearing.
for anyone worth ruling over the estate or trying to forge the Baron Crest, since this is the Baroness Orbe's most prized possession. These plans right here. So this could simply be lore, just a commentary on what we are doing right now. However, knowing this game, there could very well be something else hidden in this that nobody has discovered yet. But that's
that's hard to
Moving
imagine.
on, we have a lot more
that no
left
one
to
discovered
solve.
it also.
In the next chapter, all of the Morajai boxes. However, like I said earlier, I'm not going to be able to show. And then after these examples, I will show you the real fast. I just want to do a box openings. Going to be as easy to follow as my previous.
I don't need answers.
Process for solving this entire thing as I drag all of the screenshots I take into PureRef, which is the journaling program that I used to take notes throughout the entire game, and I use it for every game now, whenever I need to take any notes. And it's even really
I'm
good
looking up
to
Spiral
map
of
out
Stars
the
on the
worlds
wiki
of
right now.
2D games, especially Metroidvanias. Anyway,
Spiral
this
of
is my
Stars.
entire map of the blueprints as it looks inside of my PureRef document. It's not the neatest, but it worked for me. Now, the 45 words of the message hidden within the Morajai boxes. Through lantern light in sketches cast.
Dude, the way they did their notes is crazy with like showing drawing the lantern colors and shit and like entrances. That is insane.
A tint of truth to find our path.
I already did
A
this.
hue of wisdom. A lot hidden within this passage, this secret passage. And in the next chapter, we're going to solve everything that is left to solve here. Well, probably. There may actually be a few things left in here that the community has not yet solved. Potentially.
It feels like it's getting to
Anyway.
our point. I don't know.
Well, remember when I told you we'd return to this, a hidden hue?
I didn't.
At this point, we should understand what this is saying a
Nope.
little bit more. The prism. Remember when I told you to pay attention to that? Green, violet, yellow, red, blue, orange. Yeah, all of the lanterns inside of the rough drafts. 3 paths convene. So
I'm
what
not
this
seeing
is
anything
saying
on
is that there
Spiral,
are 3
dude.
paths through the maze beyond the atelier, through the rough drafts. And if you take a look at my map here, you can see that we can actually follow 3 of the different colored lanterns from the start all the way up to the vestibule. Orange, red, and violet. And inside of the vestibule is this door, which we can assume leads to room 46. The vestibule being the old version of the antechamber. So, starting with the orange path, let's follow.
Oh,
those
that makes
and we can
sense.
assume leads to room 46. The vestibule.
I think I remember reading that it was the original antechamber, like in one of my, like the first 10 hours or something. That makes sense why it's there.
The old version of the antechamber. So, starting with the orange path, let's follow those lanterns through the rough draft maze. I was following my map that I drew that I showed you guys just now during this, so you could see I just made a wrong turn there. But it's really not that difficult to get through this. The most important thing is that we just make sure that we do not cross underneath any other lanterns.
So I was
Finally,
hoping it would
we
be.
head through the cathedral and into the vestibule, where you can see that the moon icon is glowing orange. But opening the door presents us with a brick wall and this note: "This was not the true path." Okay, moving on to the red path now. Same deal, we just make sure we don't pass underneath any other lamp color besides red.
I'm a little convinced that Spiral of Stars like either has a meaning that no one knows about or has no meaning. I don't think there's
Same.
anything else.
This was not the true path. All right, the violet path?
I did all these.
It's here, but the one left hidden path through this maze. Of utmost importance here, but the one left hidden remains to be seen. So there is a 4th path, and that's when we return to the Mordecai puzzle box poem.
3 lines of light is just
This poem tells us exactly
3
what
paths,
we
I
need to
see.
do at each color of lantern. A tint of truth to find our path. Blue stands for truth in this game. So we begin at the one single blue
I see.
lantern in the entire maze.
I see.
A hue of wisdom to turn us right.
I just did the
Orange happens to be the color associated with
the
the
key
realm
in the
of
safe house.
Florica, which itself
Major key
is
hanging on a wall.
associated with knowledge and academia, or wisdom. A shade of rain to pass the light. Well, the realm of Iraja is known to be a very rainy realm, and the color associated with Iraja is violet. And finally, we seek what's left of the lies we cast. In the game of blueprints, red represents lies. So what this poem is telling us is that we begin at the blue
That's so much harder
lantern,
than the way I
we
did it.
turn right at the orange lanterns, we pass through the violet lanterns, and we turn left at the red lanterns. So, putting all of this together now, let's find that true path. Beginning at
Done
Where did-
this.
way into the roughed draft version of room 46. In addition to the Morajai box on the desk, we have this. The last will and testament of me, the Baroness Orave. I, Orave of Mount Holly, architect, codicils heretofore printed on common hueless parchment. Of my life's work. May it be written under the tree of creativity and in the shade of truth that has sheltered my loved one. Of defiance, I hereby revoke all wills and order should my husband, Baron's title, details, ways to the years that may my colleague and arrange curiosity, scouring for clues. My that there can be
Blue.
blue.
Blue. That's it.
I
Truly
want to
it.
thank you all very much for coming with me on this journey through
Oh
this
wow,
amazing.
dude.
I want to thank you all very much for coming with me
Using a
on
hacked
this
camera must be so cool.
journey.
That's really it. Spiral of Stars is nothing. What else? Oh, Baron's Baffler, I guess. I think I'm just gonna look up the fucking Baffler answers. I don't even know what it would give me. It gives you one word. Solution. Oh my god. I would have never gotten this. Mantis. You get the word mantis from it. Dude, the answers to these are fucking insane. I literally would have never gotten maybe more than one. And even that is like crazy. What do you do with Baron Baffler? Two? Blueprint's Mantis. The solution to Baron Baffler's Mantis has no known use. Glad I didn't do it. Baron Baffler, nothing. Spiral of Stars, nothing. Oh, the car acronym thing. I have a blue memo that's like the license plate of this car is an acronym. The license plate? I'm not finding like anything when I'm like big when I'm looking it up, so I don't know if it's really anything or not. Someone just listed it as a mystery that they don't have solved. I guess it's nothing. Mantis is nothing. That license plate is nothing. Huh. Damn, that's crazy. I'm really surprised about Spiral of Stars. Oh, Red Letter 8, I guess. Red Letter 8. Or the 8th red letter, more so. Three is missing. Someone said they're guessing it's in the Didgeridoo fucking cabinet. That'd be so dumb. I guess I did it. I'm really glad I did this, because it seems like everything I had left is nothing. Huh. Yeah, Red Letter 8 is fake. Trying to think about anything else that I had. That really do be it. It wasn't much to spoil myself on. It was more so just like looking it up and seeing that it's nothing. I'm gonna look up Spiral of Stars again. Because the planets in the classroom. Oh yeah, wait. Let me just look up the planets. Planet puzzle. What was the point of grinding Spiral, dude? It's just an evil joke. Huh. Okay. Trying to think about what else. I'm gonna look at my notes one more time. And that fucks up my whole monitor if I do that. I don't know why it does that. Mantis. For nothing. These planets are apparently nothing. uh God, I put so much fake work into this. This is nothing. This is that is spiraling. It's pretty unfortunate. This shit. The planets here are on the stars, just like that they're in the observatory. There's even less stars here. Like, this is missing stars. I don't know. Literally looked it up and no one knows. Still haven't like monked every room. Definitely not gonna at this point. Same thing with dig spots. Definitely done it. The one thing I didn't do was like the final painting puzzle at the end, and that leads to nothing. Seemingly. This puzzle sucks cock, dude. Especially now knowing that it only is available once you unlock that vault. It's like they made every wrong fucking design choice. They should have made watering can better, and this should have been available from the start. I did it. I've done it. Alzara just means nothing, I guess, the whole time. Liar. You will find yourself one day wandering these paths. Liar. Only if. What about the gates? I think I'm done streaming right now and with blueprints forever. Very cool game. I don't know why they made some of the choices that they made though, especially towards the end. But still cool. Still do like it. Big GG's. I think next time I'm live, I'll definitely be starting something new, or maybe more of morsels. I'm very shocked Spiral is nothing.
How's that? I'm gonna put cream now. Ooh.
Let me do. Hold up. I'm looking up Spiral of Stars one more time. Spiral of Stars. Diverse EndNote. Huh.
Maybe. I think that's my next day off, next Wednesday.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna rate someone playing this game. Very interesting. Kind of funky. Definitely playing something else next time, and I think I'm done forever with it. It was very fun.